Hi, this is Future Dan. Um, we had a little bit of a problem with the recording in that one of our microphones was not recording and it was mine. So I'm gonna try and do my best with the audio, but just bear with me. There's gonna be some parts that are a little bit quiet of me talking. So yeah, sorry. We'll fix it next time.
Hello and welcome to a D&B Movie Club. I'm Brando.
I'm Dan.
Long silence.
That's okay.
So for this one, I'm not revealing the movie just yet. I just want to do a little spiel of it's summertime, and I wanted to pick. I wanted to noticing with my movies going forward for until at least September. You're going to notice a theme, and that's summer blockbusters, or just summer films in general. Movies that you can throw on with your friends at a sleepover, or you're hanging out with your buddies, and it's just they're fun movies. Sometimes dumb, sometimes good, but they make you feel summer vibes and good times. And why not start with the original summer blockbusters? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing 1975's Jaws, directed by Steven Spielberg himself.
Great movie.
Great movie.
And because I want to throw out, real quick, we're on Spotify now.
Are we?
We are on Spotify now.
Hell yeah, man.
Link in the description. Go check it out. I don't think anybody has seen it, but we're on Spotify now.
Hell yeah. Now we're going to get all the views.
Well,
maybe we'll get 2 more views than we normally do. I did notice our last video generated like 8 views on its own without me touching it.
Yeah, over time. And we got the next movie coming up, picked out for us.
Are we doing that one?
We're doing it.
All right.
I don't see why not.
I'm nervous about it.
I wouldn't be that nervous about it.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, come on.
It's a good. I've never seen it, so
It's a good movie. It's a very good movie. It's Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
What else can I say?
I guess we're gonna find out.
The ending is fantastic and very conclusive. I'll just throw that in there for you.
I love that.
Do you know about the ending?
I don't know anything about it.
It is very final and conclusive. That's all that you need to know.
Okay. I don't know what that means, but I guess we'll find out on the next episode of the Movie Club.
You'll understand it.
So yeah, Jaws.
Yes, Jaws.
Now, Dan, have you ever seen this movie before?
I've definitely seen bits and pieces, but I have never sat down and watched Jaws.
That's so surprising. I mean, that's actually not that surprising, I guess, because it's been around for 51 years.
Yeah.
So, like...
It's an older movie, and that's kind of the area where, out of that era, I've seen probably most of the sci-fi movies, but not a lot of the, like, big...
action movies.
Famous movies, is the way that I would put it.
I mean, this is the most famous movie from that summer.
Yeah.
And the reason we have the blockbuster, I mean, come on. It's the reason why action films are taken more seriously than they were prior to this. Because before they were just B films, they weren't taken that seriously. They were the second movie shown at drive-thrus for dumb schlocky stuff that only like real moviegoers stayed to watch. And then suddenly Jaws comes along and they're taken super seriously.
And then you go, whoa, holy crap, that's possible?
Yeah. My first endeavor with Jaws, I remember I saw it on TV for the first time, and I wasn't allowed to watch it. And my grandma told me no. My mom told me no. My dad said, listen to your mother. And I begged my grandfather to show me, and he finally did. And I was terrified. I refused to get in the swimming pool after that. I was like, no.
That's totally understandable.
This movie truly, it says PG, but that's because there was no other rating back then besides R.
That's because before they actually fulfilled what PG, like, there's PG now, and then there was PG then, which meant, like, yo, buddy, you sure you want to show your kids?
Right? Like,
That's what it meant back then. Today, it's like R, like, no, you can't go see
No,
that unless we're gonna tell you no.
parental guidance. Yes, you can. Your child can watch a man get eaten by a shark
Oh yeah, yep.
in full detail.
Oh yeah,
uh,
and boobs.
The outline of boobs, they were tasteful boobs.
Tasteful boobs, but there were definitely boobs.
Yeah, you saw it flapping in the wind a little bit.
Yeah, it was definitely filmed during the day too.
You think so?
No, that was one of the things. And also, if you look at the position of the sun during that scene, it's like afternoon.
What, did they just mask it?
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
That's one of the things that I looked at was they shot all of the night scenes during the day, and then they just put, like, I don't know if it was a filter or they, like, toned it down or however specifically they did it, but they made it look like night.
The more you know.
Yeah. That's why you can see so much detail even though it is night.
I wondered, I thought it was more like dusk.
It feels like it's supposed to be kind of like dusk, but at the beginning they start off with the campfires and everything.
It's very clearly like after sundown.
Yeah, it's
because
like,
it's dark.
The only thing that you can really see are the fires
and the beers.
I mean, like,
and that guy who may or may not be smoking a joint.
Oh, he is. But I mean, hey, who cares? It's the 70s, baby.
Yeah, hence the no bra. Anyways. Yeah, no, this movie fucked me up for a long time. I eventually got over it, but at one point I went to the ocean and I was like, I'm not getting in there.
Yeah.
I've seen Jaws. I'm not getting in there. I eventually did, but it took a lot of work.
I just don't like sharks to begin with. And there was a period of time where I lived in the shark attack capital of, I think, the U.S.? Either the U.S. or the world. I don't remember which specifically it was.
Is it?
New Smyrna.
Bless you.
Thank you.
I think it's the U.S. because isn't there a spot in Italy that has a lot of shark attacks? Or maybe it is, I don't know, Florida, you know?
Google is telling me it is New Smyrna.
Okay, so clearly all the sharks are on cocaine.
Yes. Yep.
That's it.
Yeah.
They're man-eaters because we could remake Cocaine Bear, but with a shark.
Wasn't that just Sharknado?
No. No, that would just be Jaws. Anywho. We've gone off the rails.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Jaws released in 1975, like I said. Directed by a very young Steven Spielberg. This, not his first movie, but this is like his breakout hit. I think he was 26.
Okay, so this is like a...
Spielberg at his very beginning.
Yeah.
I think he had like 2 other films before this. I don't quote me on that though. I can't remember. I also don't remember what they were. So, you know.
But this one, just about everybody knows what Jaws is.
Yeah. Even if they haven't seen it, they know what Jaws is.
Yeah.
They know it's a shark attack movie, and they know it was probably made in the 70s. Like, that's all you really need to know about the movie, other than the fact that it is fantastic. It stars Roy Scheider, Robert Shaw, and don't tell me, Richard Dreyfuss. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So yeah, Dan, what are your overall thoughts?
Overall thoughts are I don't know how I want to get into it, but I guess at the beginning, it's very, I mean, a lady gets attacked by a shark.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you got my interest. But as it progresses on and on and on, it just sucks you deeper and deeper and deeper into it. And it's like, by the time action things are happening, you're like,
Exactly, dude. And I don't want to say it's a slow movie, but it is a 70s movie, so it's slower compared to modern films.
Yeah.
But this movie does move at a pretty decent pace. There's I totally lost my train of thought. What was I gonna say? Oh, I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that it's a monster movie, first and foremost, and you don't see the monster until the third act. And you don't see the shark until you see it in you see it kinda.
Yeah.
You see the fin, you see you see the fins when he eats the little boy on the raft, and you see his nose and his mouth just a little bit when he eats that dude's leg, or eats nothing but that dude's leg.
Yeah.
In the pond. But like, you really get the first good look at the shark in the third act when he's chumming the waters.
Yeah.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
And Dan, would you believe it if I told you that was not done on purpose?
Really?
Not the chumming or the seeing the shark until the third act.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Well, that was ad-libbed.
Okay.
But the shark so there was 3 mechanical sharks on set, and they were made for freshwater. And they filmed on an actual ocean in Martha's Vineyard. And as soon as they put it in the water, problems. They could barely get the shark to work on the best of days. Named Bruce. Because Spielberg said it reminded him of his lawyer.
Fair enough.
But the shark could barely work. And so they had to get creative with ways of not showing the shark. And it made the movie more scary.
Yeah. Because you're never really seeing, until towards the end, you're really not seeing the full shark.
It also makes the ocean like this unintentional antagonist, because like, it's in the ocean. The ocean is hiding the shark, and it makes the ocean terrifying.
Yeah.
Like that scene right after the pond sequence where his son is in the pond and the dude gets attacked and he gets eaten and it's nothing but his leg, and then his son goes into shock and they pull out underneath the boardwalk. Between the boardwalks, and it's just that shot of the ocean. It sent shivers up my spine, because I was like, oh my god, it's in there. It's in there somewhere. It's scary. In that big, vast ocean.
Yeah. Something else that I really liked about how this film portrayed kind of the whole story was the whole time that you're following the sheriff.
Chief.
He's got people nagging him left.
Reft.
We're gonna go reft. Go turn reft.
All right, Scooby, calm down.
But he's got people nagging him left, right, center, behind him, upside down him, just everywhere. He's got his wife, he's got his kids, he's worried about them, he's worried about that, people are playing the news, people are talking, and it's not until they go out on the ocean where it's just quiet. I don't want to say peaceful, because there's a giant shark in the water, but it's peaceful.
It's oddly peaceful.
It's just you, the boat, and the shark.
And 2 dudes.
And 2 other dudes, but don't worry about them.
Why? That threesome is the best part of this movie.
Absolutely, you're right. But it's what I talking about, just the like almost tranquility of it, of like being able to It's just you and the shark.
Yeah, it really does. Like in the third, once they get out to the ocean, which is basically the rest of the movie. I think it's like the first hour is all the land stuff, and then the last hour is all the ocean stuff. Once they get out there, it feels smaller, it feels more contained, and it feels like you said, like a breath. It's less chaotic,
Yeah.
while also being like the most chaotic of scenes of the movies.
Yeah. Because I mean, and even then, I don't know that I would say that because it's the chaos is, he's walking through town. He's got 6 different people yelling and screaming, and that's
yeah.
with there's 12 people talking all at once, and you can't necessarily you can pick up him talking, but you can't you're trying to listen for what he's saying and what that person is saying to him while 6 other people around him are talking.
It's very much like it's a small town. When when you're talking about when he's walking from the sheriff's office to the hardware store, the general store,
There's that. There's the
beach,
meeting,
the
town hall
meeting.
There's the beach. There's the almost everywhere he goes is chaos of people, and then you get out onto the water, and it's just you
and the shark.
Dead.
Our boy Johnny Williams is back. Dan, it's my favorite combination. It's Spielberg and John Williams.
It's hard to beat it. Yeah, that scene would not be what it is. Those scenes where you are the shark would not be.
See, John Williams came up with that score, and he had Steven come over to his house, and he's like, I came up with the score, and he just played the 2 notes, and Spielberg started laughing because he thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
And John was like, no, seriously, this is what I want to do. And then Spielberg was like, okay, and he sat there and he listened, and then he finally got it. He's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's very terrifying.
Yeah. It's suspenseful, it's terrifying, it's all of the above.
Especially at the beginning when the 2 lovers, whatever you want to call it, go off into the ocean to go have their fun time, and the shark starts. You are the shark in that scene.
Yeah.
Is that the only? No, there's another scene. Yeah, there's a couple. And you see the lady with her floating boobs, and then as the shark gets closer, the music gets more intense, grabs her and starts pulling her around. It's scary.
It is, yeah. Because she's just out in the middle of the water with nobody around her,
trying to grab that buoy.
Yep. And getting dragged around and thrashed, and bad things are happening.
Yeah, and there's a moment where she says, "Oh God, it hurts. Make it stop." And I was just like, "Oh man,
yeah,
he can't be that good." No.
Oh, God.
I'm so sorry. I would understand if you cut that.
I don't know. We'll see.
Anyways, the first death in the movie is a great one.
And you don't, even at that point, you don't strictly know. You're pretty, I mean, you saw the movie posters, but you still don't really know what did that.
I mean, yeah, you're right. I think that's why, the reveal at the beginning of the third act, when you see the shark, it's, even though I've seen this movie 1,000 times and I'm gonna see it 1,000 more, I gasp because the shark is fucking huge.
Yeah, absolutely enormous.
It's huge, and it's that's the thing that's been eating all the people. Of course, it's eating all the people. It's larger than your average man.
It's larger than a lot of the boats.
Yeah, it's bigger than the orca.
Yeah. So, understandable.
I mentioned this movie's fucking good.
It is. It is.
Moving on. I love the relationship between Brody and his wife, especially in the scene when they first wake up, and they're just you make it. They make it seem like they're actually a married couple and they're actually in love, and it was that small little detail. There's so many small little details in this movie, like when he's at the dinner table with the little boy, and he's copying him, and he's like doing all this stuff with his hands.
Yeah.
And it's like, give me a kiss.
There's so many things that are just they're very good at making people feel real.
Yeah, it's not because Roy Schneider, Chief Brody, isn't an action hero.
Yeah.
He's not supposed to be an action hero. Nope. He's very much just like, he took this job to, I don't want to say retire because he's not to that age, but he took the job to be with his family more, to make decent money, to retire safely, still alive with his family, and you feel that through this movie.
Yeah, and he's just like, oh, come on. I thought I got away from crap like this.
Yeah.
Something that really stuck out to me is as he's driving around, they kind of do a pan of like some of the houses that are around. And there's like one house over there, another house here, and then another house way down the road. It's just so funny that it's like, I'm sure if you went to the place that they shot that scene now, there's like 40 other houses that are there now.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, it's Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah.
So it might be.
So I don't know. It's just a funny thing that's like, you don't have just like a couple of beach houses anymore. You have like thousands of them.
It's a place I always try to convince my family to go on vacation.
Yeah.
And I never win. We also need to take more vacations, but
Yeah.
So if I ever win, I'll let you know.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, I think they have one of the three.
I'm sure. I believe it.
I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, but I think so. The mayor character in this movie.
He did a great job.
First, he's really great, and especially in the hospital when he's like, oh, stuttery, like, I was until August, like, I was just doing it for the people. Like, he's very much like, you get this, he's supposed to be like the bad guy, but he's just doing what's best for this small town and their economy, because like the 4th of July is their biggest holiday weekend of a summer beach town, and like, if the beaches are closed, it's gonna sink them. So like, I understand why he kept them open. I don't agree with it, of course, but also, if this movie was made today, those beaches would have never closed.
Oh, absolutely not.
Even after the shark attack.
Yeah.
If you don't want to get eaten by a shark, don't go in the water.
Because I was in Florida during COVID.
Yep.
Absolutely nothing shut down in Florida.
I believe that wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Florida doesn't care.
Like, some of the stuff did, and they tried. They kind of, sort of tried, but no. Like, 2020, they had a spring break there. Pretty much, probably not as big as normal, but it was there. So yeah, that would not close.
No, it wouldn't.
It is also, like, in his shoes, it's kind of like, okay, so we had a shark attack. Like, you're swimming in the ocean, shark attacks they're gonna happen occasionally. Like, yeah, this one was pretty bad, but like, what are the chances of that happening again?
Well, they make it seem like nothing has ever happened in this small town like that.
Yeah.
In this island town.
And that as well. Larger sharks like that aren't really in that area
Mm-hmm.
to begin with. So it's kind of like, yeah, we had a shark attack, and like that's not good. But like, what are we gonna do? Shut down the beaches? You know, that kind of deal.
I mean, yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do.
It's what you should do, but
And like when Mayor Brody, like no, Chief Brody, not Mayor Brody, when the coroner tells him like, I think there's a shark attack, and he goes and makes the signs, and then the coroner's instantly like, I never said that. I must have been wrong. I misdiagnosed it. Boat propeller. Yeah.
definitely, 100%.
We've seen it around here before. Man, you see?
Yeah.
Man. This movie does. I know I say this a lot, but it is set in a period where it has one of my favorite tropes in it, which is when people get stressed, they smoke a lot of cigarettes.
Back when cigarettes were good for you.
Back when you could smoke in hospitals.
Yeah.
It's like it was just like commonplace to have a cigarette hanging out of your mouth.
Yeah. Up until
I would say the early 2000s.
90s, early 2000s.
Yeah. Because like Jim Carrey smokes in The Mask, and it's still considered cool. And I feel like that's 96. Anyways. Anywho's or whatsels. I'm trying to think how I want to do this. If we want to run through the entire plot, or if we just want to pick out our favorite bits.
Kind of run through the plot and then slowly pick out our bits.
It's kind of what we've already been doing.
Yeah.
We already discussed the opening sequence with the two drunkies. Well, the one drunkie couldn't get his pants off to get in the water. And then that girl, it saved his life.
Yeah. Probably.
And then him and Chief Brody go out the next morning trying to find her, and they find her corpse on the beach. Or, let me rephrase that. What remains of her on the beach.
Yeah.
And that's when he rushes. Well, I'm jumbling my words. When he comes back to the police station, and it's very claustrophobic, I guess, because it's exactly what you're saying, is there's pure chaos on the screen of the deputies trying to talk to him, his secretary's trying to talk to him, the phone's ringing, someone else is there.
There's like 4 other people that are having conversations.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure, like, not even related to what's
the secretary's talking about the karate class, breaking the boards at the bike shop. I love in this movie how people, it's exactly what you would imagine in a small town. Him being one of the only 2 police officers in this town, of people just coming up and bugging him about stupid shit that doesn't matter. Like on the beach when that one dude's like, hey Martin, I have this tree outside of my house and the cats like to gather there and sit in the shade, and it's become a real problem. And I just don't like it.
That whole time something else was I think, is that when the little boy was getting attacked?
It's right before that that attack happens.
Okay.
So he's washing the water, and his sons are in the water, and everyone else is in the water. So he's more focused on that than this guy, and he's just like, yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know. I remember that, but I was trying to like... I remember that happening, but there was something else very big happening at the time, and you're just like, yeah, shut up, dude. Something's happening, man.
It also makes you like, get away, man. We don't care as an audience. Like, shut up.
But it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Small town problems, and then you got like
the biggest
holy
problem.
Crap. People are getting eaten left, right, and friggin' all over the place.
I wouldn't say there's only 5 deaths, 6 if you count the dog.
The poor pupper.
Yeah. I really wanted my wife to watch this with me, and I didn't tell her about a dog.
How could you?
I forgot about the dog because you don't see the dog die.
No, you don't.
It just kind of disappears.
It disappears.
It's strongly implied that the shark ate the dog.
Yeah. Maybe the dog just drowned. Like normal. Because that's so much better.
Didn't know how to doggy paddle. So pulling it back.
Annoying guy. Or
No,
unless you wanted to go before that.
yeah, they have a conversation on the barge with the that's when the mayor convinces Martin or Chief Brody, same person, to keep the beaches open, and I forget where they were going. They were going somewhere to look at something, and I forget what it was. I guess it doesn't matter.
Was that when they were going to get the people out of the water?
Yes.
Is
Yes,
that-
it was.
okay.
Yes. The Boy Scouts.
Yeah, the Boy Scouts.
The Boy
They were
Scouts,
doing their swimming thing.
for their merit badge.
Yeah.
And then the mayor convinces him to leave the beaches open, and then is it immediately the next scene is the beach scene? I think it is.
No.
No.
There's a scene of them being at home.
Oh, and he's reading the shark books,
Yeah.
and she scares him because he's like reading the book about sharks, and she comes in and he's like, ah.
Yeah. And the little boys, he got his kids little itsy bitsy
It's a boat.
boat.
I don't know what it's
Sailboat.
called. Yeah.
That one. A little itsy bitsy sailboat for one of his kids' birthdays. And he's like,
I think that's after. Is that? I think it's.
no, because that was, I think it was from him reading the book to looking out the window. Because she says, oh, hey, they really like their the present.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks out and they're playing on the boat. One little kid's up on the
dock.
yeah.
And he's.
And they
You get out of that boat right now! And the mom's defending him, and then Martin says something, and then she's like, "Get the fuck out of the boat!"
yeah.
Just like mom was cool with it, and then dad
And
put a scare in her.
Dad said nope.
And then we go to the beach, and that's when the annoying guy talks with the cats about the cats, and then I didn't realize this until this watching. When Chief Brody is sitting in the beach chair, and the old guy comes up with the water cap, and he says, "That's some bad hat, Harry." That is Bad Hat Productions. That's their little stinger at the end. And in cartoon, I was like, "Hey, how have I not noticed that?
Huh, that's interesting.
How about that?"
How about that?
Alex Kreider gets eaten by the shark, and you don't see the shark, but you see the outline of the shark, like do the flip, eats the boy, blood everywhere in the water. People come screaming out of the water, and they go on the manhunt for the shark because Mrs. Kreider puts a $3,000 bounty on the shark,
Yeah.
and whoever catches it, dead or alive.
And they have that meeting at the town hall before everybody goes out, where they kind of announced that, hey, there's a $3,000 bounty. Kind of, sort of, because, like...
They were talking, yeah, they want to discuss if they were going to close the beaches or not.
Yeah.
And everyone doesn't want the beaches closed because their businesses will fail, rightfully so.
Yep.
And then you have that great scene with Quint on the chalkboard.
Oh,
And
God.
he does the chalkboard, and then he does his speech. I forget a lot of it, but it's essentially like...
It's a bad fish.
It's a bad fish. Robert Shaw is so fucking good in this movie. He's probably one of my favorite parts of this movie.
Might be my favorite part of this movie.
Richard Dreyfuss is really up there for me. I really enjoy Hooper.
I do too, but, like...
Robert Shaw's got all the best lines.
Yeah. He's got all the best lines. He's got the crazy look in his eyes.
He's got the emotional scene towards the end.
Yep.
About the Indianapolis.
Yeah.
But during this one, he does the thing across the thing, and he's like, what does he say? For $3,000, you'll have every lunatic from this state to the next looking for her. If you hire me for 10, just me, I'll get her. I'll bring her home. I'll kill her. And for 10, I'll give you, what does he say? The head, the fin, the whole bloody shark, or whatever. It's such a good line.
It is, yeah.
I want to look that up because I want to be sure about that. For that, you get the head, the tail, the whole damn thing. Yeah. I'll find him for 3, but I'll catch him and kill him for 10. Yeah. Guys, if audience members, if you haven't seen this movie, go watch it. It's so good. And then Shaw, Quint gets up and he starts singing and walks out of the scene until like the third act.
Yeah, almost the end.
Because then Hooper comes into play. They said they were sending someone from the I forget what institute he works for.
Oceanography?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they were sending him out after the first shark attack victim, and it took him a week to get there. So then him and Chief Brody go look at the remains of the first victim, and he's very giddy and queasy in the scene at the same time, and he's this giddy, queasy, like excited man, but also terrified at the same time, all rolled up into a nice little egg roll.
So like, it makes sense because when you think about it, this dude's super interested in sharks, but in order to learn more about the shark that they're dealing with, you gotta like kind of dissect a person, which is pretty freaking gross. And like, they don't show any of it, but I was queasy while they were doing that.
Yeah, because they don't show any of it, but there's not a lot of her left. There's the arm, the midsection, and the midsection from the torso up, and then like one of her arms and some of her head.
Yeah.
And
the description that you get out of it is like, no.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna block that out.
And
no.
And he's just he has a great reaction to it where he's queasy. He doesn't really want to do it, but he's doing it, and then he yells at Brody, "Do not smoke that cigarette in here," and it's fucking great. But he was like, "Yeah, I know this is a shark attack, and you're an idiot for saying it wasn't."
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Now, if you had to guess, how old would you say Richard Dreyfuss is in this movie?
25?
Oh, wow. He looks 45 to me, but he's 28.
You gotta remember, people back then, they used to age like crazy.
People looked harder, yeah.
30 looked like 50.
Well, fucking Roy Schneider, who plays Chief Brody, he's 42 in this, and he looks a lot older than 42.
I'd say 42 is pretty... He looks older, yeah. By today's
standards,
yeah. All those cigarettes.
That's what it was. We stopped smoking cigarettes.
And now people mistake me for like a 25-year-old.
I still get 18.
Hey, there you go.
I don't like it. So back to that chaos you were talking about. Before they go examine the body of the remains, the pure chaos that is the scene of all the dudes trying to go out to catch the shark is also pure comedy.
Yeah.
Because they're doing like there was one tiny boat with like 7 dudes on it.
Yeah. It's like, no, that's not gonna float.
That's gonna sink. And Brody's tells Hooper, who they don't even know each other yet. They're like, "Will you stop them? Get them off there." And then he goes and finds him. He's like, "Hey, those idiots are gonna die." And there's like 30 of those cases going on. It's just dudes on boats on boats on boats.
Hey man, $3,000 split 12 ways. That's still money.
I guess it's beer money.
Hey, there you go.
I'm trying to think here.
So then it's kind of a short jump to somebody caught a shark.
Yeah, I couldn't
Trying to
I
think of like
couldn't
what's in
remember if that's what
between.
happens right after, because there's something that happened. Is it the
I think
the
that
dinner scene with the cute boy? We're just gonna move into the shark. They catch a shark. Um, they're all happy and giddy, and everybody's coming back, and they caught the shark, and they pull it out on the thing, and it's a tiger shark, which is there's a great scene where what kind of shark is that? It's a tiger. A what?
a tiger,
A what?
one of the most aggressive shark species.
Yes,
So
and they're garbage cans.
yeah,
They eat
garbage
everything.
disposal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, Chief Brody's happy. The mayor's happy. The local townspeople, they want a picture, and everyone's giddy in this scene. They caught the shark. They get the picture of the shark, and then arrives Miss Kinder.
Yep.
And she's a grieving mother. She's dressed in all black with the weird veil thing that I never understood.
Nope. Never will.
I know, like, you can't look me in the eyes and see me cry. And she basically yells at Brody and slaps him and says, "You knew about that there was a shark attack a week ago, and you said it was a boat accident, and my boy would be alive if it wasn't for you, and you're an asshole."
Pretty much.
Basically,
Yeah.
you're a coward. Slaps him, and then Hooper says that he doesn't think that's the shark, and they want to cut it open.
He's kind of
He's
unsure.
he doesn't necessarily want to say that's not the shark because he doesn't want to get everyone's hopes down, but he's like, in order to be sure that's the shark, we need to cut it open. And the mayor is very much like, this is the shark. We don't want to cut it open just in case that boy comes spewing out and traumatizes this whole town. That's the shark. That's the end of it. And that's when we have the dinner sequence with the little boy being all cute, and then Chief Brody is just drinking his feelings away, being a dad in the 70s, not eating his dinner. And Hooper comes in with 2 bottles of wine, wants to talk to Martin or Brody, and it's like, you still have a shark problem. And they crack open the wine. They all start drinking. He just fucking pours it right over his whiskey. Which
Just a giant glass.
just
Yep.
and then they get the bright idea. They talk a lot. I don't remember what they talk about, but it's a good scene.
Yeah.
And they decide, we're gonna go cut open the shark. So they do that, and I love Richard Dreyfuss in this movie. His physical acting is wonderful. Because when he's cutting open the shark, he's like, it's not a good smell. It's not a good time in there. And he's just like making noises. He's hooping. He's hollering. He's like, pulling stuff out, throwing it towards Brody. And
they did a really good job of making things that are like gross feel gross without even showing anything gross.
Yeah.
Like you're behind the shark and he's digging inside of it, and it's just like, I don't want to be in that room right now.
Well, the water that comes out of it, the white water, it like that looks nasty. I imagine it smells like spoiled milk.
Probably worse.
Well, fun fact about the shark is that they hired game hunters to go capture and kill this shark, to use a real shark on screen, and they did it on a Friday, and they needed it by Monday, and they overnight shipped it. And Dan, I don't know if you know about sharks. It's pure cartilage.
Yeah.
So that by the time they opened it on Sunday, that shark was already decaying and very stinky. They had to touch it up and paint it for this scene.
Oh god, that is horrible.
Yeah. But they deduce that it's not the fish. It's not the shark.
Yep.
It's just a shark. It's not their shark.
Because something about their digestive system is slow, so they would be in there.
Yeah, the boy would be in there up to
Little
at least
Timmy.
24. It's Alex.
Little Timmy.
Yeah. Up to at least 24 hours. Or maybe 48. I can't remember which.
A while.
A while. And that's when Hooper decides, come on, Chief, we're going to the water to go shark hunting.
Yeah.
And something we didn't mention at the beginning of this episode, Chief Martin Brody is afraid of water. He doesn't like the water. He doesn't go in the water. He doesn't go on boats. He doesn't position himself near water. It's never established why. He just doesn't like the water. So he moves to an island surrounded by water.
But it's not an island if you look at it from the land.
I love that line. That's not how that works. It makes sense to him. That's how he's justifying it. They go to the boat. They start scanning. They bump into another boat, which they deduce was another fisherman who went out looking for the shark, Ben Garber. They start picking up. Hooper's got this state-of-the-art boat with all this radar shit on it and really expensive stuff. They have a brief conversation about, like, how do you afford all this? The university must really like you or whatever. He's like, actually, I bought most of it myself. What are you, rich? Yeah.
I love that. He's just like,
yes.
yeah. It's like, oh, how much are we talking? Oh, do you mean just me or the family? I feel like that's at the point where you just go,
okay.
So very.
We're gonna end this conversation right here. So they bump into the boat. It's sunken a little bit. Hooper decides to gear up and dive down there. They turn on all these really cool lights around the boat, which I don't like that they look different underwater than they do above water, but that's probably how it goes.
Probably.
Yeah.
I would wonder if that was something of, like, since they filmed one part maybe actually at night, and then they filmed the other part during the day so that and made it look like night, and they probably just...
I wonder, like, I know a lot of this was shot on the ocean.
Yeah.
But there was some tank work, and I wonder if this scene was tank work.
Possibly.
At least the underwater bits. When Hooper goes under the water to explore the under chassis of the boat, and he discovers a hole in the hull, and out pops a Ben Garber's head. And he drops his flashlight, and he freaks out, and he goes...
Drops he found a tooth
of
the shark.
He found the great white tooth.
Yeah.
And he drops it, and he also drops his knife.
Yeah. No bueno.
No bueno. He goes back up, and he's like, it's great white. It's great white.
It's great.
White.
Something that I did appreciate during this scene was before he actually jumps in the water, you hear him, like, breathing really hard. Like, there's actually science behind that of, like, oxygenating your blood so that you can stay down under the water for a while longer.
I thought he was just trying to hype himself up.
No, he's, like, actually... Because he doesn't take a air tank.
I thought he did.
Not on that one.
Okay.
He just hops in, and so he does the little breathing things just so that you can stay down a little bit longer. So, yeah, I thought that was just a cool detail.
Oh, I guess he does it. Yeah. They go and talk to the mayor, I think.
Yeah, because once he found the tooth, they were like, okay, found the tooth, found the dead fisherman, which they never really talk about him ever again, do they?
No, they just mentioned that they towed the boat back in. They called the Coast Guard and they towed the boat back in, and that was it.
Okay.
And then this is the scene where someone has defaced the Amity Island sign with the shark fin and "Help Shark!"
Little shark fin, and then yeah.
Simple, super simple graffiti, but gets the point across.
Oh yeah.
I love it. And that's when they try to convince the mayor to close the beaches, and it's like, guys, it's the 4th of July. Today's the day. It is the biggest day of the season for us. The biggest season, whatever.
Biggest day of the year.
Yeah, this is our Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm not closing the beaches. And they mention the tooth, and he's like, do you have the tooth? I dropped it. Huh. Funny how that works. And, so then we get... again, you're so right with the claustrophobic feeling of this movie, especially in this sequence when you see all the tourists arriving from the mainland to the island, and just droves and droves of meals coming off the boats and then going to the water or to the island.
To the island.
To the island, and then you have Mayor Brody and this packed beach and Chief Brody patrolling it in all these boats out in the harbor, watching to make sure no sharks are around or get through or anything like that.
Yeah, which I have to say, I just don't see how effective that is.
You know, I wondered that, but you have to do something.
Yeah, like they're obviously trying to do something. The mayor's trying to do something.
I think it's more Brody than the mayor.
Yeah, well, because since the mayor won't close the beach, you gotta do the whole shark patrol ordeal.
Well, it was very much established. I didn't mention it, but during the scene where they say, we're going to go down and cut open that shark, Brody's wife says, can you do that? And Brody says, I'm the chief of police. I can do what I want.
Yeah.
So he doesn't give a fuck.
No.
He's going to do whatever it takes to protect the town.
Yeah. I am the law.
Yeah. So Chief Dredd.
Yes, exactly. Chief Dredd gets all these people out in these boats. And they even got a helicopter.
Oh, yeah, that's going to do a lot.
Out of everything, that makes the most sense.
I know.
Because in the shallow water, you should be able to see the shadow of the shark.
Especially if it's
the shark.
Oh, great white.
Yeah. A great, ginormous, historically large great white shark. You would think you would be able to see that from space. But yeah, the helicopter doesn't really do anything. The boats don't really do anything.
The guns don't really do anything. The fact that Chief Brody is just walking the beaches doesn't do anything. The fact that he is an on-duty police chief and doesn't have his gun on him doesn't do anything.
Yeah. That doesn't make any sense to me, but
no.
Okay.
So the beaches are packed, but nobody's going in the water.
Which is hilarious.
But
I love how it gives you a shot from the beach out to all the people in the water, and it's like, yeah, you're hanging out on the beach, but there's a little boat every 10 to 15 feet with 6 dudes with guns on it.
Yeah.
That's a really weird place.
I wouldn't want to go to the water.
Yeah.
And there's newspaper reporters and there's news cameras that are reporting on the shark attack that has claimed 3 lives already, but the shark has supposedly been caught, and the newspaper article is right on the beach on the boardwalk sign of shark caught and all that stuff. Beach is open, and the mayor goes over to, I think it's the cat guy, and his family tells him to go get in the water.
Yeah.
And so I just put on suntan lotions. Like, get in the water. And they very begrudgingly and like they're terrified. They take their raft and they take the 3 kids and they're ringing the dinner bell. They're going in the water. And then everyone else follows suit.
There's no way in hell that you were going to keep young children from playing in the freaking ocean.
Yeah, no chance. I was like, maybe put like...
No shot.
Yeah.
Build sandcastles for like
so long.
an hour.
My niece always wants to go in the water, whether it's at her own pool or when we're at the beach. She just wants to be in the... Normally the first in, last out. So, yeah. Gets upset when it's time to come in.
Yep. You can't keep kids out of that water.
No. The fact that they did was a miracle, you know?
It was just impressive that nobody else was in there already.
There's a scene where Martin, or Chief Brody, I keep calling him Martin, but it's Chief Brody. His son wants, and his friends want to take the boat out onto the ocean, and he says, do me a favor, put it in the pond. And he said, the pond are for old grandmas. Well, it'll make your old man happy, so go to the pond. Which, I guess I don't get the difference between the pond and the ocean, because the shark still ends up in the pond. Maybe it's like a canal feeds the pond. It's a shallower area. It's probably sealed off. I don't know. I don't know.
A canal, but it is connected to the ocean. I think it would... Maybe a lagoon would be the proper term for it.
It is interesting because all the families and all the beachgoers are enjoying the water, and then we get the deadly word. Someone spots a fin, and they start screaming, "Shark!" Everybody's rushing out of the water.
I thought, didn't somebody get eaten?
No, everyone starts rushing out of the water. They go over the patrol boats start going over towards the fin. The helicopter's like, fin here. Everyone's on this position, and then the fin is swimming in, and then it picks up out of the water, and 2 little boys pop up, and it's a cardboard fin, and
like 16 people pointing
guns at him. It's like, false alarm, chief. It's just some kids with the cardboard fin. And the one kid is immediately like, he made me do it! I didn't want to do it! It's like, oh yeah, rat out your friend.
I love how the kid gets water in his mouth, and it's like, he made me do it! It's just like, yeah, that's totally like, some little kid would totally do that. Just be like, you made me do it.
It gives off small town vibes, which I guess it is a small town. It's a small town, but like, it's a big island.
Yeah, like, kind of, sort of, the way that you would think it's, by how it's portrayed in the movie, is like...
There's just town.
There's a little bit of town.
And then the rest, but...
There's the beach, and then a little bit of the rest, but it's like...
bigger than that.
Yeah. It's a pretty good-sized island.
So they get the kids out of the water with the cardboard fin, and then we cut to the pond where all the boys are playing on the new boat. They're messing around. I believe someone falls out of the boat, and also the Boy Scout master pulls up and was like, "You're doing the knot wrong" or whatever. And then
know that
I'm pretty sure it was the Boy Scout master.
I think it was just some guy rose up to him, up to the kids.
I always thought it was the Boy Scout master because the boat is the same.
It might be. I'm not.
Unless that's just boats they have there to paddle in.
But the guy comes up and he's just like, "Hey kids, you kids doing okay?"
And then he starts critiquing the knot tying. That's why I was like, "Oh, it's the Boy Scout dude."
Maybe it is. I don't know. I just got like very creepy vibes from the dude that rose up to the kids in the middle of the water.
It was the
And it's
70s.
like, hey kids, you kids doing okay?
It was the 70s when people could do that.
Yeah, but
Mass murdering wasn't a thing, nor was creepy pedophiles.
I don't know.
I mean, they were, but not as common.
It still might have just been a little weird.
Ted Bundy didn't happen until 79.
It was still weird, man.
And then someone spots a shark in the pond. So they...
So, everybody's kind of distracted by the little cardboard fin
Mhm.
that everybody is looking out into the water, into the ocean. But the chief is like, oh shit, there's a shark. My kids are over there. That's still connected to the ocean. The shark can totally get to him. So he starts running over to the bridge. And you just kind of see the shark go under the bridge.
Under the bridge, and this is when you catch a glimpse of the shark. He knocks over the dude's boat and then eats the dude, and the leg sinks to the bottom.
Yeah.
And his son goes into shock. And when Chief Brody's running across, I'm pretty sure he's the one who says it, but I could be mistaken. Someone says, "Somebody shoot it." I was like, "Why don't you have your fucking gun? You were the chief of police."
I don't know if somebody said that or if that was just like the strong mental command of like, somebody shoot that friggin'
No,
thing.
someone definitely said it because I watch with subtitles.
Okay.
I'm a subtitle bitch,
Yeah.
and someone says it, and I don't know if it was Brody or someone else, but
I don't think that it was him because he was just like,
booking it.
holy shit, that's a big ass shark.
So then we have a frantic hospital scene. The Brodies are... Michael's in shock. He's okay, but he's in shock. And he wants his toy cars and something else. I forget. It's a very cute scene between mother and son
Yeah.
that was just traumatized for the rest of his life. Brody talks to the mayor,
Yes.
and the mayor is having like this fucking mental breakdown. Oh, before we gotta go back right after the shark attack, and they pull the son out of the water. That's when we have that terrifying shot of the ocean underneath the
bridge.
the boardwalk bridge,
Oh,
and then we just get that shot of the ocean. It's just right up the spine. It's a beautiful shot, but
Oh,
right up your spine,
Yeah.
dude.
it's like, oh god.
Oh god, but
it's out there.
somewhere it's out there. Our shark. And then I don't remember where it is, but I'm just gonna bring it up here. It might have been during with all the fishermen, but you see Quint on the orca just staring at everybody, and he giggles. And like that's the one other time you see Quint before the third act.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then we're in the hospital. The mayor's having this mental breakdown of, he starts mumbling stuff like, "Oh, not until August. We can't do this until August." And you can't make sense of what he's saying,
Yeah.
but he's muttering stuff to himself. It's like, I was doing it for the finances of this town, and I was protecting the businesses of this town and all this stuff. And then Chief Brody's just like, "Larry, I need you to sign this piece of paper. I'm gonna hire a guy. I'm gonna hire Quint to kill the shark, and I need your permission. I need you to sign it." And he's like, "My kids were on the beach too, Martin. I just wanted to do good by the town. He's just signed the damn paper."
And he does.
And he's smoking he's smoking that cigarette, dude. It's like this big, and he lights it at the beginning of the scene.
Yep.
So then we have the scene next where they go to Quint's house, and it's just wall to wall, head to toe shark jaws everywhere. He's even boiling or bleaching some shark jaws.
Yeah. Boiling, bleaching. I think that's kind of sort of the same thing at that point.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. But
yeah, I don't know the process of, preserving shark jaws like that, but
yeah.
he's got them everywhere.
Yeah. And kind of notably, none of them are very big.
No.
They're all like basketballs maybe a little bit bigger than a basketball to
Watermelon sizes,
Yeah.
like they're not the biggest jaws out there.
they're all sharks, but they're not.
No, they're definitely
that
sharks.
big.
Brody is convincing Quint to bring Hooper along. Mrs. Brody doesn't want him to go. Brody's like head to toe in galoshes. Like he's gonna go out there with him, but he doesn't want to, and this is how he's gonna convince himself.
Yeah.
I love that Hooper and Quint don't like each other.
Yeah.
Like Quint is just making fun of Hooper the whole time for the entire rest of this movie. He's like, "Oh, you're a bratty rich kid, and your mommy and daddy paid for college, and you have all this fancy equipment." And Hooper's like trying to prove himself to Quint, and also like, "You're an asshole." But Quint's like, "I don't care. I'm an alcoholic who's seen shit."
Pretty much.
They load up the Orca.
And they talk about the air tanks.
They talk about the air tanks. Hooper yells at Martin because he drops one. He's like, "Be careful with those; they'll blow up." And then Quint makes fun of him, and they load up the cage. And then Quint's got one of my favorite lines in the movie of, "You go in the cage. Cage goes in the water. Shark's in the water. Our shark." And then he starts singing.
Yeah,
and I forget what song he's singing, but he starts singing. I love it.
That's
It's
a
like,
great one.
you're a dumbass.
Yeah.
Like,
You stupid! You wanna get in the water with the shark? What are you doing? That cage made me think of like and Quint talking about you go in the cage goes in the water, shark's in the water,
our shark.
our shark, and it gets into the cage. It's like, oh,
I gotta say, I know that line so well, not from this movie, but because Randall from one of my favorite movies, Clerks, says it like halfway through, and it's a great line. So it is one of my favorite lines from this movie. But Self's a shark. So they load up the Orca and they take off to sea. And the rest of this movie is set at sea.
yes,
Like, so fun fact, Dan.
yes,
The original shooting schedule for this movie was supposed to take 50 days. Do you know how many days this movie took to shoot?
100.
155.
Jeez.
It went over by 105 days because of the whole third act, where there is supposed to be nobody out on the water because all boats have been pulled out. It's just the Orca hunting the shark. People, they can't shut down the whole Marines or this whole town. So there were still people out on the water. They would go to film and a boat would appear in the background. So they would have to wait for the boat to exit the camera and then start shooting again. And then it would happen again and again and again.
That would be ridiculous.
So it went over. It took so incredibly long. The studio got mad, but I'm sure they weren't mad after all the money they counted.
Absolutely no, but that would just be so frustrating. Of like, imagine you just get your lines down perfectly. You say it perfectly. You act it perfectly. And then
Boat!
3 seconds later, a boat comes out from behind you and you're like, well, shit, there goes that.
So yeah, they're chumming the waters. They're doing. They have fucking meat on a big ass fishing pole with piano wire.
Yep.
And Hooper's driving, Chief's chumming, and Quint's fishing. And he hooks something, and he straps himself in to this cool ass leather fucking harness for this giant fucking fishing pole. And they're trying to bring him up, and Is this when they shoot him with the?
Not yet.
No, that happens later.
Because they were just trying to fish it. to
Oh,
begin
they were just trying to, and he goes under the boat,
Yeah,
and
and goes like straight down.
then he snaps the. Hooper's like, we don't know if that's our shark. It could be a whale. It could be a whatever. It's not our shark. And then it snaps the thing. And it's like, do you know any other animal that can snap a piano wire?
Yeah,
It's
really cool scene with that fishing rod of just like line is just going out and just out and out and out and out and out.
It's really cool how it starts too, because they're just bullshitting on the deck, and Quinn cracks a cold one. He's drinking beer. No, they're just a bunch of dudes at sea fishing.
Yeah.
And then the line starts to move subtly, and it's Robert Shaw does a lot of facial acting in the scene, because you see his eyebrow raise, and then he like slowly harnesses himself in as the more the line goes out. The other two guys haven't noticed yet, and then he puts the fishing pole in this the harness. It's got like, I don't know what, like a holder for where the pole goes, and then he gets up with it, and it's just fucking going, and it's going, and then everyone's like, "Ah, fuck,
shit's about to get real. We're gonna get it."
I love Robert Shaw. He's just such a good actor.
He is. He's fantastic.
So that fails. They get him back to the surface. Is
This is where
we see the
harpoon into it.
Is this where we see the shark for the first time? Is this, you're gonna need a bigger boat? Because they're chumming. He's chumming. He's trying to bring the shark back up, and the
shark kind of goes by the boat
and emerges. He emerges, and Chief Brody's just chumming. He says something about, you come chum this shit. And he's got a ciggy hanging out of his mouth. And he just shoots up, goes pure white, goes into the cabin where Quint is. And it's like, you're going to need a bigger boat. And then that's when the shark goes on the other side of the orca. And Hooper's like, that's a 20-footer. And Quint's like, 25. 25. And that's when we get the harpooning.
Yeah.
I got to bring up the score real quick, because John Williams is a masterclass, and he does so much more than the Dunna in this movie. The actual, like, I kept calling it the adventure score, or the action score of when things are happening, is so good, because it doesn't feel like you're supposed to be scared in that moment. It feels like adventure is calling and is happening right now in front of you. So you need to act.
Kind of like, yeah, there's a big shark over there, but things are they're under control. Yeah, it snapped the line, but it's a big shark.
Yeah,
that's what you can expect.
It had elements of like Indiana Jones and Superman in there, and it was really good.
Yeah.
So they put a barrel in it. There's a few scenes where, and I'm just gonna kind of lump them all into one, where they just like, they're harpooning the shark with the barrels. I believe in this first one, Quint puts together a harpoon rifle, and he's yelling at Hooper to set the barrel up, and Hooper goes into the cabin to grab a tracker, and Quint's yelling at him like, "What are you doing back there?" and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And finally they get it off. Did they get two barrels off in this scene, or is it just the one?
Just the one.
And then he comes back and they get a second one in him.
Yeah.
And then he goes back down.
They were surprised because, like, you got a floating barrel attached to you. It's not going to be easy to swim down, and they're kind of like, okay, he sunk the barrel, took it with him. That's kind of weird, but like, okay. Can see how that, it's a big shark, but like, okay,
it's one barrel, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, not that it's not that big of a deal, but it's like, okay, he sunk the barrel, he'll get tired eventually. And then it comes back and they get the second one into them. And they're like, okay, now things are starting to wrap up.
And yeah, and Quinn has stated that he normally puts 2 barrels in a shark, and that's when he gets them.
Yeah. And,
Can't go down with 2 barrels.
and then it goes down with 2 barrels.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think it's either between the first and the second, or the second and the third barrel, that we have the little cabin scene where they're just kind of waiting.
Oh yeah, when real quick, the barrels are truly terrifying because it's a way to utilize the shark without seeing the shark. We actually skipped over it, but there was a scene with we forgot about it where we were trying to figure out what happened between the 2 attacks. There was the dock sequence where the 2 guys are out there fishing with the Christmas ham,
Yeah.
and it breaks off the dock, and then the dock starts to come back, and it's the shark. Scenes like that, it shows like the shark is there and it's terrifying. And hold on, I just lost my entire train of thought. I'm thinking too many thoughts. Anyways, the point is the way that they use objects to show that the shark is there is pure genius.
Yeah. And it also shows that the shark is smart. The shark broke at the dock. Like, completely broke it just to get somebody to come into the water.
Yeah. So anyways, back to current time. We're gonna jump right into the scene you just mentioned.
So they're kind of waiting for the shark to get tired out, so that they can pretty much just scoop it into the boat.
Yeah, it's night, you know.
They
can't do
dinner.
much.
They're just kind of waiting.
They're drinking.
Can't really see outside, so like, whatever. So they start kind of talking about like, oh hey, you see this scar? This is from this kind of animal. This eel bit straight through my wetsuit. They start going back and forth about like, oh, I got this scar from this animal, and I got this scar from this animal.
And Quint's got a lot of war injuries where he's like, I can't move my arm past this because of this happened. And Hooper's got this great scene where it's like, you see this right here? Mary Elizabeth.
Stole
my heart. And then Brody points out something on Quint's arm, and he's like, what's that?
And he goes into the story of the USS Indianapolis.
Yeah, he's like, it's a tattoo. It was the USS Indianapolis. And Hooper's like, you were on the Indianapolis? And Brody's like, what's that?
Hooper's like,
holy shit.
Holy shit. Because the USS Indianapolis was sunk by Japanese torpedoes.
An actual boat. I don't know if you knew. I'm sure you did know that. Yeah, an actual ship.
And it, out of 1,200 crew,
1100.
What's that?
It was 1,100.
Somewhere 12 to...
Whatever. Doesn't matter.
I don't know exactly. But out of 12 to 1,100 crew, the majority of them survived. It was around 900 people went into the water.
Did you fact check that?
That's my Google Foo.
Okay, because he says 1,100 men went in the water, 316 men came out of the water.
Yeah.
Was that just...
No, so what actually, a torpedo hits a boat, people are gonna die.
Yeah.
Fortunately. So about 900 people, roughly 900 people, they don't know exactly because it's hard, nobody actually knows how many people survived the torpedoes, but somewhere around 900 men went into the water, and they were in shark-infested water, infested water. And yeah, 316 people got pulled out of the water after, I don't know how long they were actually.
Quint seemed like it was at least 5 days.
Yeah, probably a pretty good amount of time, because they were, if I'm right, they took pieces of the atomic bomb that they dropped on Japan. They dropped that off, and
Mhm.
then they were rushing back to the U.S., and that's when the ship sank.
Mhm.
And they
No
were
one knew they were out there.
completely solo ship. So yeah, they probably didn't exactly know that they had sank, so it took them a little bit. And yeah, a lot of people got eaten by sharks, dying from being in the ocean.
Dehydration,
Yeah.
hunger, just being in the ocean.
It's not a good time to
No one died from natural causes in this situation, you know?
Pretty much, yeah. Natural causes, but exacerbated by the situation.
Yeah. Robert Shaw's execution of the scene is so good. So himself, the actor Robert Shaw, was an alcoholic. And he insisted that he do the scene drunk. He did the scene drunk. It didn't go so well the first scene, so they shot it again. And what we have as the result of it is the mix of the two. And you can kind of tell when he's like fucking hammered. Mostly at the beginning of the scene when they're exchanging stories about scars,
Yeah.
is when he's like blackout drunk hammered. But when he's doing the deadpan monologue, he's pretty much sober in that scene. But the way he's talking is fucking. He's got this stare in his eyes, like I've seen shit.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of shit, and like this is my origin story. This is why I fucking hate sharks. This is why I kill sharks. This is why I'm a shark hunter.
Yeah.
And
it once the second that he brings up the Indianapolis, the mood just completely
shifts.
Oh shit.
And when he's talking about, he bumps into his friend from Cleveland, and he thought he was just sleeping, but he leans over and he's just like bobs in the water. He was eaten from the waist down.
Yeah.
And when he's like, when they came to rescue me, that was the most I've ever been terrified, was waiting for my turn.
Yeah.
It's like, what if I get eaten?
It's at that point, because after days and days and days of just floating in the ocean and people just constantly getting attacked by sharks, and you don't know that rescue is coming because no signal went out, you're just sitting there like, oh shit, when is it? Like, when am I gonna get eaten?
I'm either gonna live or I'm gonna die.
Honestly, in that situation, you're just like, okay, when am I gonna die?
Mm-hmm.
Not like, am I? No, it's like, nobody knows where you are. Nobody knows where to look. It's really hard to find people in the ocean.
Oh yeah.
Let alone, like today, it's hard to find people. Let alone back in 1945. It's insane.
So they actually invited people to the premiere of Jaws who had survived the Indianapolis, and they were like, "Oh no, we don't want to do this." But a lot of the men who walked away from that incident were very like, "Wow, they did us justice," because not a lot of people knew about it.
Yeah,
and it was just a thing that was forgotten at time, and they felt. I don't want pride's not the right word, but they felt honored. That's what I'm looking for.
That's the right, yeah.
So Quint tells his story, and then we see two barrels pop up in the distance, and followed by beeping. And they're like, "What is that noise?" And then they realize the shark's back. Brody tries to radio for more help, and Quint smashes the radio. They get a third barrel on it.
Yes. And they're like, yeah, there's no way that shark is going anywhere with 3 barrels, and then it sinks
immediately.
Barrels.
Immediately goes down. So then they tie it to the jetters, or whatever they're called.
Cleats.
Cleats, thank you. At the back of the boat. And it starts pulling the boat down. we forgot to mention that they've been having engine problems because no, in this moment that's when it okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the
They-
water goes over.
Before all that happens, the shark is attacking the boat, and they have no way to, because Quint smashed the radio. They're taking on water, and then the shark goes away. After they get the third barrel on it, he sinks it, and he stays away for a second. And then they're trying to fix the engine. Shark comes back.
Yep.
And then that's when they tie it on, and Quint decides he's going to drag him into shore, and he's overdoing the engine. Hooper's yelling at him the whole time. It's fucking great.
Yep.
And then Quint doesn't care, blows the engine, and the orca starts singing. And they don't really know what to do, and that's when Quint is like, so tell me about these chemicals you brought on board. And that's when he starts talking about how he has this stuff that he can kill a shark, and he's like, you think this tiny needle can pierce his skin? And he's like, no, but possibly an eye, maybe his mouth. So they shut up the cage. Hooper goes in the cage. Cage goes in the water. Shark's in the water. Water shark.
Shark.
Shark starts attacking the cage.
It kind of bumps it, and he immediately drops his little.
Yeah, it's just like gone.
Yeah.
And it lingers on it, so it's like, oh, it's gonna come back into play.
Oh,
no, it does not come back into play.
Chekhov's gun with that one.
No, Chekhov's gun is, we've seen the tank 3 times now, and it lingers on the table the last time, so we know that thing's gonna go off.
Yeah.
They keep teasing the air tank.
Yeah.
And
well, they really teased it when they introduced it with like, don't drop that, it's gonna explode.
And then he does it again when he accidentally unties the thing, and then they do it 3 times, and then it lingers on the table.
Yeah.
So they're trying to cut. Hooper's like gone. He's hiding under some rocks. Fun fact: they actually shot the whole cage sequence with. That's a real shark that they use in that scene, and it's a little person in the cage with a smaller shark to make the shark. They used a little person to make the shark look huge.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Hollywood.
Yeah.
So they cut the line for the
Yes.
barrels that the shark was tied to, and then huh?
That was a while ago.
Well,
That was
oh yeah, they just have the ropes tied to the
so they had it tied to the cleats.
Yeah.
And it started dragging the boat.
Yeah.
And that's when they cut it, and then they came up with the idea to put the guy in the cage. In the
Oh
water.
yes, and then he
With
gets
it.
away, and then Bruce comes up and he starts eating the orca,
Yep.
and that's when Quint falls into his mouth
Yeah.
and dies brutally.
Absolutely. That is terrifying.
It's just like, man. I mean, I understand why it's you right now getting eaten, but
Yeah.
like, boy howdy.
Oh boy.
What an awesome death.
Yeah. And then it comes up for the sheriff another time.
Yeah, and that's when he throws the tank in his mouth.
Yep. And
the whole, just love that the orca is sinking the whole time.
it's just crumbling.
It's crumbling, and he just keeps going further and further back until he's on the mass.
Yeah.
And then he's been continuously shooting his gun into it throughout this entire sequence, and then he grabs Quint's rifle, and that's when the shark is approaching him very fastly, and he's just shooting the rifle, and he keeps either missing or just hitting above it. He's trying to aim for the tank,
Yeah.
and then finally we get the moment, Dan. The shark raises, and he sees it, and he's like, "Smile, you son of a," and then boom! A bloody mess.
Yeah. Just shark pieces.
Shark pieces. There's orca. There's the pieces of the orca everywhere. There's bloody shark. It's sinking, and it's just a bunch of blood, water. Chief Brody's cheering and hooping and hollering that it's finally over, and
Dead.
Shark dead. Chief Brody 1, Shark 5.
Yeah. But
The one is really big. And then Hooper appears, and they start laughing, and he's like, "Did Quint?" And no. And then they say something else, and I forget what. Oh, I used to hate the water. And then they start singing Quint's song, and they get back to the shore, and that's Jaws.
They don't even make it back to the they kind of made it back to the shore, but it just credits.
Yeah, you see them enter the beach space.
Yeah.
Like, they don't get onto the but like the beach is in distance, and then credit.
Yep.
He's like, I used to hate the water. Yeah, just keep kicking.
That's great.
So that is 1975's Jaws.
That is 1975.
Jaws.
Swatch. Swatch.
Swatch?
Swatch.
Is that Jaws backwards?
Well, yeah.
If it spawned a franchise, Dan, did you know that?
I did, and this is the only movie out of the franchise that I've seen.
That's the only movie out of the franchise you need to see.
That's fair.
Jaws 2 is arguably a decent film, but 3 and 4 are horrendous. Just stay away from those.
Understand. I don't know how much more shark that you can get without going full Sharknado. I think that they covered this whole shark story.
Well,
I think it's good.
For example, Jaws 4 is called Jaws the Revenge, and it's about a shark that is like somehow psychopathically linked to Chief's wife and is hunting revenge. It's weird. Dude, it's weird. Michael Caine's there for some reason. It's a whole thing.
I kind of want to watch it now.
I was thinking about watching all the other sequels just on my own.
Yeah.
Just for something to do. Because most of my gaming shit's packed away.
Fair enough.
So yeah, that's Jaws. Dan, did you know this is a book?
I didn't.
Have you? So you haven't read the book?
No, I haven't. I've read the White Whale. Whatever that one is.
Moby Dick.
Moby Dick.
Yeah.
Read that.
I ordered this book after this movie because I've never read it and I want to read it.
Fair
So you'll be hearing more of that. So yeah, like Dan said, our next movie is. I don't think we've revealed what it was.
I don't think we did.
It's Blazing Saddles, as commented on by one of you lovely listeners. You know who you are.
You wonderful person.
I disagree, but hey, we got to stick true to our word. So that's the next movie club.
Yep.
Like Dan said, we have we're on Spotify now.
Spotify.
We're on Spooterfy.
So I figured it would be a much easier way to listen to it as like a podcast, since there's not a whole lot happening on the screen anyways.
It absolutely is.
So yeah.
But we'll still be uploading to YouTube, presumably?
Yeah.
No.
Absolutely.
You need it everywhere,
That's our entire audience.
Yeah. But if you want an easier listening experience, Spotify is it.
Yes.
I use Spotify. I love it.
I do too. It's really
You can not that we're a video podcast, but you can also put video along with your audio on Spotify.
And that is also on there.
Oh, nice.
So we're all set.
Sounds like we're all set. So, like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah.
And, if more of you folks comment more movies, we're no guaranteeing that we're going to do them, but maybe we will. Maybe we won't.
We probably will. Let's be honest.
We like to pander to our audience, all 8 of you.
Yes.
So, yeah.
We shall.
Remember, don't get eaten by sharks.
Or maybe do. I don't know.